Okay, so in the first output question, A is given as 20, B is given as 15, and C is A mod B. So 20 mod 15, we are looking for the remainder. So remainder is 5 because 15 ones are 15, so remainder is 5. That will be the value of C. After that, when we have to print C, so it will print 5, and after that there is a semicolon, so the cursor will remain in the same line, and then colon sign will print because that is given within double quotes. Okay, and then after that A's value will print, which is 20, so 20 will print beside of that. Then it will go to the next line and print A plus B minus C, means 20 plus 15, that is 35, minus 5, so that is 30 will print. Then the cursor will move to the next line, B mod A, so that is 15 mod 20. So 15 mod 20, 15 is less than 20, so 15 is the remainder only. Okay, after that we have B mod B, that is 15 mod 15. So 15 mod 15 is divisible, 15 is divisible by 15 and remainder is 0. Okay, C mod A, that is 5 mod 20, so 5 is lesser than 20, so 5 is the remainder. Then A mod B, okay, so 20 mod 15, so remainder will be 5 after that. In the second one we have A 100, okay, and we have if condition, okay, it is if and else if and else, okay, and inside of the first if condition there is one more if else, this part, okay, and this if else if has the else part over here, okay, this part is the else part. So if, else if, and then else, like that. So A is 100, check the first condition, if A mod 10, so 100 mod 10 is actually 0 greater than B. B is not given, so we will take the value as 0. When the value of any variable is not given, it is considered to be 0, right? So 100 mod 10 is 0 greater than 0, condition is false, so it will directly jump to the else if, where we will check the second condition, that is A mod 10. Okay, so A is 100 mod 10 is again 0, so now 0 is equal to the value of B, which is also 0, correct? So it will execute this part of the program and welcome will print on the screen. Okay, after the welcome will print, it will not go to the else part, right? It will directly bypass the else part, and then this will happen, B equal to A by 2. So if A is 100, B will be 50. Okay, then we have one if condition, which is if B greater than A, which is not correct because B is 50, it cannot be greater than 100. So it will go to else and it will print A minus B, that is 100 minus 50. So it will print 50 on the screen. In the third question we have CH value, that is 123. Okay, and it is given A equal to CH mod 100. So 123 mod 100 will give you the last two digits, that is 23. So the value for A will be 23. Then after that it is written B equal to A mod 10. So 23 mod 10 will give you the last digit, that is 3. So B will be 3. Okay. Then we have CH equal to CH plus 1. So CH will become 124. It was 123. Now it is 124. Then we have the select case. Okay. It is given select case B. So the value of B is 3. That means select case 3. It will go to case 3. Do we have a case 3? Yes. So there it will print the value of CH, which is 124. That will print on the screen, and then the output is complete. In the fourth output question we have X value, that is 99, and Y value, that is X plus 1, so Y will be 100. Okay, and then it is given CH equal to X mod 100. So 99 mod 100, again 99 is lesser than 100, so 99 is the remainder only, so CH value will be 99. Now select case, okay, it is a select case Y. Okay, so it will be 100 because the value of Y is 100. So select case 100, it will look for case 100. Do we have a case 100? Yes. So this part will execute if X is less than 100. X is 99, which is obviously less than 100. So it will print the value of X. That means it will print 99 on the screen. And after that the cursor will move to the next line. Then else part will not execute, select case is over, but after the select case x plus y will print. So 99 plus 100, that is 199. 199 will print on the screen. In the next question we have a value, that is -1, and b is given a into a, so that is -1 into -1, that will become 1. Now we have if else. Okay, so this is if part and else part from this point to this point. So if part is containing this loop and else part is containing this loop. So after doing that, we check the if condition. If a is greater than b into -1, a at the moment is -1 and b is 1, so 1 into -1 will be -1. So the condition is if -1 greater than -1, condition is not correct, so the else part will work. There it is written print, means this message has to be printed on the screen, and the message is print only. Okay, so print will print on the screen, and then the cursor will move to the next line. Then we have this loop, I is beginning with 4, it has to go till 0. So print a, that means it will print -1, and then a equal to a plus I, so -1 plus 4, it will make it 3. The loop will repeat. Next I, so step -2, that means I will become 2. 2 is greater than equal to 0. Again print a will print 3. It will print beside of 1 only because the semicolon was there. Then it is a plus I again, so 3 plus 2, that is 5. And the next I, step -2, I will become 0. 0 is still up to 0, so printing a, that means 5 will print after that. And then a plus I, so 5 plus 0 is 5 only. Next I, so 0 minus 2, that is -2. Now the I loop is over, and that is the output. In the question 6 we have a, b and I. Okay, so a value is given 1, b value is given 4. Okay, we have multiple if conditions. This is if, end if, this is inner if, and this loop is after the if block. So if a is equal to 1, condition is correct, so b will be b minus 1, so b will become 3. Second condition is if b equal to 5, this condition is false, so this part will not run. Then we go to the loop, I is 1, it has to go till b, which is 3 at the moment. Step value for the loop is not given, so it is step 1. A equal to a into I, that is 1 into 1, 1. And then next I will become 2. Then again a into I, so 1 into 2, 2. Again next I will become 3. So a into I, that is 2 into 3, 6. Then next I will become 4. As soon as I will become 4, it has crossed 3, so it is over. Print a will print 6 on the screen. In the question 7 we have a, b and I. So a value is given as 5, b is a square. This is exponent sign which is used for power in QBasic. So a to the power 2, a square it is, 5 square is 25. Okay, and then we have print statements. First print statement is print b, so it will print 25 on the screen, and the cursor will move to the next line. Then it is print b mod 10, so 25 mod 10, right? Remainder will be 5, 5 will print, and the cursor will remain in the same line because of the semicolon. Then print a mod b, 5 mod 25 is 5 only, because 5 is less than 25, so 5 will print, and then the cursor will move to the third line. Then we have b mod a, that is 25 mod 5, so 5 5s are 25, no remainder, so it is 0. 0 will print, and the cursor will remain in the third line. Then we have the loop, which is running from I equal to 1 till a, which is 5. Step value is not given, so it is step 1. Print I cube, it is actually I to the power 3, so I is 1, 1 cube is 1 only. 1 will print, and then the cursor will move to the next line. Next I will become 2. Again 2 less than equal to 5, correct? So 2 cube is 8, 8 will print. Okay, then next I will become 3. Now 3 cube is 27, 27 will print. Okay, then next I will become 4. Okay, so 4 cube, that is 64. Okay, then next I will become 5. Okay, so 5 cube, that is 125. And the next I will become 6, so it has crossed 5. Output is complete. Okay, in the 8th output question we have ch, that is 5 given. A is given as 10. Okay, and we have the for loop which is starting from there till the end actually, and the for loop is containing the select case which is from this point to this point. So the for loop is starting with I equal to a. Since the value of a is 10, that means the for loop is starting with I equal to 10 and it has to go till 5. So select case I means select case 10, it will directly jump to the case 10 which is here. Okay, now in the case 10 we have another loop, that is for I equal to ch to 10. So ch value is 5, that means this inner loop will start with 5 only. Okay, so the value of I will become 5 over here and it is going till 10. So printing of I will print 5. Okay, and the next I will increase by 4, so it will be 5 plus 4 9. 9 is less than 10, printing of I will print 9, and then next I will be 9 plus 4 13. Okay, now 13 has crossed 10, so this is going to be over after that. Okay, and then the select case will be ending and the next I. Okay, now here notice one thing, the value of I got changed from 10 to 5 and then it starts increasing 5 9 13. So when it will come out of the select case, it will go again next I, but the value of I has now changed, okay, to 13. So now it will be step minus 2, so it will become 11. Okay, that is important to understand because we wrote 2 times for I, so the value of I got updated now to 11. So select case 11, case 11 does not exist, so it will go to case else and it will print by. After printing by, again the loop will repeat and again next I step minus 2 I will become 9. Again it will look for select case 9, case 9 does not exist, so it will go to case else and it will print by. Again after that next I step minus 2 I will become 7. It will look for select case 7, case 7 does not exist, again it will go to by, means it will go to case else. Then after that again next I it will become 5, so select case 5, case 5 does not exist, again it will print by. Okay, and then after that again next I it will become 3. Now once it will become 3 is less than 5, so it will terminate. So that is how 4 times by got printed in this output. The value of I got updated in this loop, so it was not anymore the previous value. In the 9th output question we have a, I and j. So value of a is given as 1. This is the outer loop and this is the inner loop. Okay, so I will start with 1, it has to go till 2, correct? A equal to a plus I will happen, so a plus I means 1 plus 1 2. Then the j loop will begin with j equal to 1 and it has to go till I, which is 1, correct? So a equal to a into 10 plus j. A is 2, 2 into 10 is 20, 20 plus 1, that is 21. So a will become 21. Next j will become 2. As soon as j will become 2, it has crossed 1, so the j loop is over. Now printing of a will print 21 on the screen. The next I will become 2. Okay, and again it will re-enter in the loop, and a equal to a plus I, so 21 plus 2, that is 23. So a will become 23. Now j loop will restart from 1, it has to go till I, which is 2, correct? So a equal to a into 10 plus j. A is 23, 23 into 10 is 230, 230 plus 1, so that is 231. Okay, then again next j will become 2. Now 2 less than equal to i's value, same. So again a into 10 plus j, a is 231, 231 into 10 is 2310 plus 2, so 2312. Okay, and then next j will become 3. Now 3 has crossed the value of I, so it's over. Printing of a will print 2312. And then after that we have next I, so I will become 3. As soon as I will become 3, it has crossed 2, so it's over. That is the output. Question number 10. So x is given as 197. Okay, and we have the outer loop, that is the k loop from this point to this point, and this is the inner loop, which is the m loop. So k will start with 2, it has to go till 4, correct? So print x by 10. So when you do division, it will print the exact result. Means if you do x by 10, that is 197 by 10, it will print 19.7. Okay, exact result of the division. That is how it happens in the QBasic. So after that the inner loop m equal to int x by 10. Now normally x by 10 would have given 19.7, like it got printed also, but since it is written int over there, so 19.7 will become 19 only. The decimal part will be removed because of the int. Int means integer, to keep only the whole number part. So m will become 19. Now the thing is that if m is 19, it has to go till 10 and the value is increasing, so the m loop will not execute at all because the condition is false. The value of m has to be less than or equal to 10, but it is greater than 10, so the m loop will not run. It will skip the inner loop, and then x will be x by 10, that is 197 by 10 in integer, so that is 19. So x will be updated as 19, and then x will be x into 10 plus k, so 19 into 10 is 190, 190 plus 2, that is 192. So x will again become 192. Now print question mark will print question mark on the screen. Next k, so k will increase by 1, k will become 3. Now 3 less than equal to 4, printing of x by 10 will print 192 by 10, that is 19.2. Okay, and after that again m will be 19.2 in integer, so that is 19 only. So m will again be 19, so again the m loop will not run because it is false. So printing after that x by 10 is 19.2, in integer is 19, so x will become 19, and then we have 19 into 10 190 plus k's value, that is 193 now. Okay, so printing of question mark will happen. Next k, so k will become 4, print x by 10, so 193 by 10 is 19.3, that will print on the screen, and then m will again be 19.3, in integer it is 19, so again the m loop will not run. Then 193 by 10, 19.3 in integer is 19, okay, and 19 into 10 is 190, 190 plus 4 is 194. Okay, and printing of question mark will happen, and the next k will become 5, okay, and the outer loop condition is false, so the outer loop will not execute.